Well, I'm live. This light is terrible. I can't deal with all this light. Is that better? Huh. So, boy, oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have glasses. And this lighting is terrible. I got a new computer desk, and it's like the big part of it's over that way. This part you sit on is on the other side from my old one, and I feel awkward. And my lighting is way over there now. so, so I put up this other light, but it was on warm, and warm made me look orange. But that light is warm too. And this one I think is on daylight now. It's got different settings, and I think now it's on daylight, so it's a little better. But that one's still on warm, and I feel orange. Anyway, whatever. Don't care. So let's see. I got to get everything set. I'm at an awkward angle now too. But I got this desk. My old one was pretty old, and it had like a spot right in the front. Where is my? I feel like I don't have as much angle. My spot. Oh, there was a spot right in front of my desk that was kind of messed up, and it was catching my clothes. And I hate that. And I could have put tape over it, but then it would look bad. Well, I wasn't going to buy another one because I didn't want to pay that much money to buy another one. But this one was on sale for $25. You just can't beat that. Brand new one on sale, and it's much nicer than my old one. So I got a really, really good deal on it. But I feel awkward at it because everything's on the opposite side. Like my other one had, I was on this side sitting, and then it had like the shelves on this side, and now this one's opposite, and I just feel really awkward. But I'll get used to it. It's a much nicer desk, and for $25, and brand new. Lee had to put it together. It came in a box, and Lee had to put it together. But I'm real happy with it. Except I feel awkward, so I got to get used to that. So we have uh, we have a place locally that sells. It's called RPS Liquidation. They get in those crates of big crates of stuff that are either returns from stores or whatever reason, discontinued stuff, which is probably what this was, because it's perfect. The box wasn't damaged, it wasn't a return, and she got 10 of them on a pallet. Pallet, that's what they call them. They get these pallets full of stuff. And then she has this little store. She unloads stuff in there. And she also goes online and tells people online what she's got. And if she does half price of the retail price. And so she marks it half price because it was either returned to the store or maybe damaged in some little way. So you have to look over things really, really good. And then, so like she gets like these tables, these desks. They're really, really nice desks, and she marked them down even further. She didn't do half price. She marked them down further because she got so many of them in. She got, I think, 10 of them. And so to move them quickly, she marked them to $25. And so it's a great deal. And it's beautiful. I wish I could show it to you. But anyway, so I'm getting used to that. All right. Linda Chandler was in here, finally catching a live. I won't guarantee I'll get to finish it, but I'm here for the moment. I bet Linda Chandler, do you have some flooding your area? You know, we've got flooding all around us, but we're up higher. So we're not flooded here, but it's all around us. And that was what the rainwater from the floods from the rainwater. Now we're by the river. We're by two rivers, and the backwater is coming up, so it's going to be flooded again even more in the next week. This whole week and this next weekend is going to get worse because the backwater's coming up now. So I bet Linda Chandler's getting some of that too, probably. Hey, Jesus is Lord. I've been wondering how close to water could get to your house. I'll still be able to get to Marion, even if it gets much higher, but no going to my Union County places till the water goes down. That's I figured. I figured you was in it. In the garden, planting tomatoes. Can't talk, but I'm listening. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for listening in. And Brenda Duncan saying hi to everybody. And there's Red. Kiss my grass acres. And okay. So what else? So boy, we've just had so much going on. I think the last time I was on here, Lee was working on my porch. And if you saw my video, he got that done, most of it. He got it done enough. He still has to put the roof over it. But that's going to be a whole nother big project. I think he's going to wait until he's got some time to finish that. But he got most of it done. I showed a video on that. Excuse me. I love it. It's wonderful to have a bigger porch. Brenda reminded me you were on. I've been making more resin jars. That's cool. Red has been working on a bunch of projects. She sent me some pictures of some projects she's working on, soaps and like bath salt jars and different things. The porch is looking great. I'm tickled to death with it. I put a table, a little table and two chairs that I have out in the yard. I put them up on the porch temporarily until he can get the top done and get my swing up there. I'm excited about the swing. So anyway, there's Alfonso. Hope you're having a blessed day. How can you get retired if you are in your 30s? I'm 41 and I can't get retirement yet. Well, I took early retirement, but I don't get retirement until October. So I called it semi-retirement actually, but I'm not really doing a lot. It's so easy what I'm doing now. I am writing about 7 articles a week for the newspaper, but it's really nothing to it. It's just nothing to it. And I'm tickled pink. I'm so happy with it. Listen, I have been and so I've been doing the other things that I was going to do was the Etsy and the eBay. I sold a couple things on eBay, and every once in a while I sell something on Etsy, but I feel like the shipping is as much as the product, and so you're paying way too much on Etsy by the time you pay the shipping, So, as you know, as some of you know, most of you know, my products are in a local store, and I haven't talked to her yet. I'm waiting. I may run by there today. I've got to go out today and do my bank deposit and all that stuff that I do on Tuesday. And I may run by there and see how it's going. But she is going to have a kind of a, I don't know what you call it. She's going to set up tables outside on May 3rd and have like a craft day where everybody that's got stuff in her shop can come and set up a table and put even more things and all that. And so she's going to do that on May 3rd, and I think I'm going to go out there and do that if I can get enough product made up. I've been working on more products so I can do that. but it takes a lot, and I make it hand by hand, one thing at a time. You know what I mean? I make when I make soap, I make I think it's 8 or 10. I have molds, those little molds, and I make 8 or 10 at a time. And then the salves I have just a little small double boiler that I make melt my wax in to make my salves. And I just have a small one, so I can't make. I think I make how many of those? Six. I make six of those at a time. So it takes a while to build up enough product to do a whole table full out there. And she does have more. She's got mine sitting the way she's got it. I think some of y'all have seen pictures. If you're on my Facebook, you have. She's got me a little corner shelf, and she's got some of my products on there, like one or two of each thing. And then the rest of it she has in a shelf beside it, in a cabinet beside it. So she's going to take them out like as they sell. So no, we'll see how that goes. But I would like to get another store maybe in Paducah, but I've got to have enough product to do that. So I'm working on product. And what else? Let me see. Let me read and then I'll tell what else. Good morning. Hey, Myra. Out for my walk listening. Thank you for listening in. And Patty. I bet Patty's busy too. Susan. Hey, Susan. Let's see. Do you still use Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign? If so, do you happen to have the old version of Adobe CS6, which was the last one before they went to subscription? But no. I still use all that, but I just use what's on my computer. And as you upgrade, you get rid of all that other. Can you double your batch to get more done? Well, I only have so many molds, so I can only do what my molds will do. And I don't, when making soap, I don't like to make too much at a time. To me, it's hard for me to get in between that trace and pouring it up before it starts getting too thick, maybe. And I could get more molds and make more, but I don't want to have to buy more stuff to make money, when I've already got it. I just have to keep at it. And I don't have a bigger, my double boiler that I melt my wax in is only about that big. It holds 16 ounces, maybe 12 ounces. 12 or 16 ounces is all it'll hold, and that's completely full. So that's what I use for that. And I usually just do a batch at a time. I could do more salves at a time, maybe, if I'd done it back to back. Anyway, I just got to keep at it until I get a lot made up. But then you don't want to make too much because you don't want to have so much that it goes bad. The soaps don't go bad at all. But salves will go bad after a couple of years. So if you make up too much, Anyway, let's see. I love that my soap floats. Did you know store-bought ivory no longer floats? I didn't know that. It looks cheap. Huh. I loved your soap. Linda sent me a sample, a bar of her soap that she makes, and it was really good. I think she said she whips it, and I'm not sure what else she uses in it, but she whips it, and it's different, and it's very much like the old ivory, maybe. I haven't bought ivory in a long time, long time. You basically have the same subscription-based version of Adobe Creative Cloud, which you have to pay every year. I'm looking for the CS6 version. So my work takes care of all that. I just have what's on this is their computer. This is work's computer. And I just have whatever they have on here and upgrade it when it tells me to upgrade, you know. So I don't pay for none of that or nothing. Um, Carol Massey, hello. I'm planting the seeds I won on your channel last year. Gardening and farming is just started here in New Jersey. We are 29 last night. It got down cold here last night. I don't remember what I don't know what the temperature was, but it was supposed to freeze, and I forgot to go cover up my tomato plants. I'd already put out tomato plants and what else? Some other things. And I forgot to go cover them up, but it didn't freeze. So I was thanking the Lord this morning when I walked out there and they still looked fine. And I was like, okay, it didn't freeze. They look fine. Hoping they stay fine. Anyway, let's see. If I miss saying hi to anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Don't waste your money on ivory, my opinion only. So I don't buy ivory. I haven't bought ivory in many, many, many years because I got to where I felt like it was breaking me out. So I didn't buy it anymore for years. I usually use Dial if I'm going to buy soap, but I don't buy soap very much because I make my own. I buy pump hand soap in the pump, and I usually get Dial. Dial is kind of my go-to if I'm gonna buy soap. But I've made my own for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And that's all I use. And I mean, I do buy, of course, shampoo, and I buy, like I said, the soft hand soap. I like the foam hand soap. So I usually get that. And I really like, I used to get sometimes the Bath and Body Works, but Walmart has the same thing, um, and has all kinds of different uh, fragrances and stuff, and it's cheap enough. That's what I usually buy now. Let's see. Most soaps on the market are and sold in box stores are really detergents, which is why it dries your skin out. They didn't freeze. They didn't freeze. They look fine. So we didn't get a freeze, I don't reckon. It said it was going to freeze. We were supposed to get a freeze last night. And I was going to go cover up at least the tomato plants. I think I have 5 tomato plants out, and I was going to go at least cover those up. And I completely forgot. But this morning when I went out to feed animals, they looked fine. So my little baby chicks are doing great. I have the 11 little baby chicks that I got that are, some of them are black sex links, and some of them are the sapphire gems. I love the sapphire gems, and I had them before. I bought some of them a long time ago, and the last one died off, I guess, I don't know, last year maybe. um, we got down to 25 degrees last night, but so far so good with plants. It was in the 40s here last night. Tonight it will be 37. Well, I think that's probably about what we got. Patty's a couple hours from us, but we kind of usually get the same weather, I think. And so we probably got down to, who knows, maybe 37 or something, but I don't think it dropped below freezing. 29 here last night with freeze warnings. No garden plants out yet, but all my fruit trees were bloomed out big time. Yep, ours are too. Our apple tree has blooms all over it, and it looks fine. And the our peach tree, we need a new peach tree. Our peach tree is just not doing good. It has fell over, and it has broken limbs out, and it's about half shaded, so it never does real good. So I'm wanting to get a new peach tree and put in a better spot. So I've grated my homemade soaps and melted them in warm water and put in hand pumps. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of the little pieces that were left over of soaps. I think I have like 2 pints now of little pieces, and I need to do that. We got to get more chickens this year. So, and I've done videos on this, so some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. I had bought the chicks, and then Holland, my friends Holland and Lily at Higgs Rock Farm, we went there. I just done a video about their place, and we went there, and he gave me 6 laying hens, and so I was thrilled with that, and probably um, didn't need so many chicks, but I am selling eggs, and I'm selling them as fast as I can lay them. I'm selling eggs as fast as I can lay them, and I have to remember to keep some for myself, you know. But I have some dehydrated, and I don't have any more in the mineral oil, which is the best way, in my opinion, to keep them because they have done the best. We have dehydrated them. Um, Holland gave me some freeze dried, which I hadn't really tried those. I have a bag of freeze dried ones that he gave me, but I dehydrate them, and I've used those, and those are okay. Um, they're good. They're good scrambled. They're good as scrambled eggs. Haven't really tried them in anything else, but obviously you can't fry them or anything like that, or boil them. But the ones that I rolled in mineral oil, now they have to be unwashed, fresh, unwashed, pretty much the same as you do in the lime water to water glass them. But the ones I've done in lime water to water glass did not last nearly as good as the ones in mineral oil. But you have to put those in the refrigerator. So I roll them in mineral oil, fresh, clean ones, roll them in mineral oil, put them back in the cartons, and put them in the crisper in the refrigerator. That's what I do. And I have had them last a year and still be perfect. Just like you can fry them, they don't fall apart. The ones I've had in water glassing, when you break them, they fall right apart if they're very old. And but the ones in mineral oil have done great for me. So I need to do that again, and I don't have any done like that. I think all I have right now left is the dehydrated ones and the freeze dried ones that Holland gave me. Um, Let me read. Da, 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 da. Our Walmart has a lot of peach trees and plum trees, but I'm looking for cherry trees. Well, I need a peach tree, so I may do that real soon. Is it too late? It might be. I can't think. No, it's probably not too late. We got an incubator and want to try and hatch some of our own. That's good. Never heard of the mineral oil. Yes. I saw that. I saw the mineral oil thing on do you remember that show Doomsday Preppers, I think was the name of it. Doomsday Preppers, I think that was the name of it. It was a TV show, and all these people were prepping, and it was before everybody was prepping. These were people that were extreme and were prepping before the whole country was prepping. And so this lady that she done all of it, she done everything. Her family done everything, and she put them in. She didn't put them back in the egg cartons like I did. I think she put hers in buckets, maybe. And they had like cold storage. They had like a walk in cold storage. And I think she had put hers in buckets, but she rolled them in mineral oil and then put them in buckets and put them in like a cold storage unit or something. And excuse me. And about 8 months. I think she said about 8 months. And then she done a big meal, had all the family and friends over, and done a meal with preps. All her whole meal was done with preps. And she done, I think they were just scrambled eggs. I can't remember for sure. I believe they were just scrambled eggs that she had made with those eggs. And they were 8 months old and were, fine. And so that's what got me into it. And then I tried it, and I didn't let them go very long. I tried it, I done it, and I just put them in the cartons in the refrigerator, and I tried to use them within, 3 or 4 months at least. And then finally I got brave enough to leave them 8 months. So I marked the date on top so I'd know how long they've been in there. I finally got brave enough to leave them 8 months, and that worked fine. Well, this last bunch that I got out and ate, we still had a carton out in the refrigerator out in his shed. And I said, well, bring them in. I might as well try them. And they were at least a year old, like maybe a little over a year. And I said, well, bring them in. I'm going to try it. And every one of my cracked, they did not fall apart. I fried them. You could fry them, or you could have boiled them. I think I fried them all, but you could have boiled them. They were fine. Let's see, back up. I'm back in for break. Only got 12 planted, but looks good. Awesome. I've seen people use the mineral oil, but never done it myself. I'm on my phone. Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead says hi to everybody because she's on her phone and can't. There's Christy Betts. Hi to everybody. Can't stay long. Phone battery is getting low. So, okay. So let's see. What else? I didn't make me a note. If I don't make me a note, I kind of get lost in what I want to talk about. So what else have we got going on? So he done the porch. What else? So the dog. I don't know if anybody saw. If you're on my Facebook, you saw where I posted a picture of a dog after a turkey. The neighbor over that way, we had their guineas in our yard. We've had their ducks in our yard. But so they have everything. They have all the fowl. And they have had problems several times with animals, with dogs getting their whatever, chickens, turkeys, guineas, ducks. I think they've had a worse problem with the ducks. But anyway, so it's been different dogs really, but we've had a couple of dogs here a couple times that I've had to run off. But the guy had contacted Lee and said something got, I think, a duck. And he saw it, and it was a mixed colored dog. Somebody's coming in my door. It's Lee Pearson. He's off work early. So, so he's got me off what I was talking about. So
is that dog still over there?
Yes, Barbara has it in our barn.
In the barn.
Yep. Barbara has it in her barn. She said it's pregnant, but it's gentle. It's not growling at her or anything. So that's what I was trying to tell. Sorry about the dog. She's a yapper. So what I was trying to tell is the dog. A neighbor, if you saw my Facebook, the neighbor had a cam. What do you call those? Trail cam recording of it, and he sent us a picture and said, at first he said, "Is this your dog?" because we have Tippy, and Tippy is kind of multicolored, and he asked if it was our dog because of Tippy. And Lee said, no, that is not Tippy. And he sent him a picture of Tippy and said, this is Tippy. This is our dog. That's not our dog. So that's what kind of got me worked up about it. Like, he sent him the whole video. And in the video, this dog takes that, it was a white turkey. This dog grabs that white turkey and takes off with it. And so I don't want the dog around here because I let my chickens out. And we've had problems occasionally. So I start trying to find out whose dog it was too. So this morning, just an hour ago, my daughter that does animal control, but she's at work. She's at her other job, her real job. The animal control is kind of a side job. She's at her real job, and the neighbor over here that said that it killed somebody's kittens, same dog, killed somebody's kittens, and she has it pinned up in her barn right now. And she had called my daughter for animal control. My daughter's at work. She couldn't go. So she called me and asked me if Lee was home yet, because he's been getting off early because of the flooding and the storms, and they've not done a whole lot of work he was off on vacation last week, and already this week he got off early yesterday and today because of the flooding. Anyway, so she asked me if Lee could go get it and take it to the animal shelter. So that's what my daughter would do. If she was off work, she would go get it, take it to the local animal shelter. And they will keep them and try to find the owner. And they charge them. They make sure it's got shots and everything and charge them to come get it. And if they don't come get it, if nobody comes and gets it, I think it's like 10 days. I think they have 10 days. And if they don't pick it up in 10 days, they take it to a no-kill shelter that makes sure they find a home. They don't kill, no-kill shelter. But there's not a no-kill shelter close. So they have to take it to this animal shelter. They keep it 10 days. Then they take it to, I think it's over in Illinois or Missouri. I think it might be in Illinois. And it's a no-kill shelter. So, but they also said, the lady that's got it pinned up in her barn said it's pregnant. And she said it was gentle. It wasn't growling at her or anything like that. But she's the one that said it had killed some kittens. And so anyway, problem solved. We're getting rid of it. And it won't be killed. It'll be taken care of. And so hopefully, I know that the local shelter will put it on Facebook and say, does anybody know this dog? And they'll have 10 days to pick it up. And they do have to pay. They have to pay for the boarding and shots if they have to give it shots. And I think they usually do make sure they have rabies shots for sure. So anyway, enough of that. Let me go back up here. Let's see. Saw that. Max showed me that was, yeah. Well, and those poor people, listen, they've got all this fowl, but they do let them run around. I mean, I let mine out, but they don't go to nobody else's house. Theirs goes all over the dang neighborhood. They have ducks, several different types of ducks, guineas, turkeys, chickens, and they run all over the place. They've been in our yard, and I don't care. But I'm just going to say, if your fowl is going all over the community, you're asking for trouble. But this was on their property, that this dog was on their property because he caught it on trail cam. When I was a kid in the 50s, almost everything we ate from the garden to garden was a prep of some kind. It wasn't a big deal. Yeah, everyone did stuff like that. Yeah, me growing up too, my dad. That's all we ate was garden and what he trapped or killed, wild game, fish, and garden. That's all we had. I spent the night running coyotes off. Oh, turkeys and dogs. Did Lee get more porch done on porch? He got the bottom all done, and he's got rails up to put the roof on. He will not get to the roof till he can have enough time to. He says, I don't understand all that. He says he's got to have enough time to do it all at once because of the way he's going to hook it into the house, the way he's going to put it into the house and come out. He needs to do it all at one time. That's his story. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. You may want to get a defense attorney for your dog in case he gets what? You may want to get a defense attorney for your dog in case he gets charged and accused of the crime. No, I mean it's obvious. He's got a picture of it, and it on the picture it does not look like our dog. He just knew it was a different colored dog, and we had a different colored dog, like browns and whites and all, like Tippy is. But Tippy, I think, is bigger than that dog, and he doesn't have white around his neck like that dog. So it's obvious on the picture that it's not our dog. Let's see. They just dump animals on the road here. Yeah. Hey, Drops. Yeah, they do here too. The road we're on is going about 2 or 3 miles down is the river bottoms. Probably not even that far. It's probably a mile down there to the river bottoms, and then it's another couple miles to the river, couple miles to the river. Anyway, we are right by the river bottoms, so we get lots of dumped animals. And our road is paved, but when you get so far down, it's gravel the rest of the way. Just a little ways past us, the rest is gravel. And so, yeah, we get lots of dumped animals. Let's see. If somebody adopts it, I hope they tell the new owner it goes after other animals. She's just looking for food, which is why she's been killing things. Yeah, I'm sure. When she said she had it in her barn and it was pregnant, that was my first thought. I thought, well, it was probably hungry. Somebody's dumped it because it's pregnant, maybe, or whatever, and it's hungry. But we can't have it, we can't put up with it. So hopefully, well, Lee's fixing to go take it to the shelter. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that is not good about the dog going after other animals. People dump dogs and cats here. Yeah. Do they chip them when they come through there like they do here? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think this shelter is capable of doing all that, and they don't get much money. They get donations. They don't get much money, and I don't think they're capable. That's why they have to charge. They charge to board and any shots or anything they give them, but I don't think they chip them. And I'm thinking when they chip them, don't they do an ad? I mean, don't they have to have an address or who owns it to chip them? I don't know. They may chip them over at the no kill shelter. I don't know. It's a bigger plot. It's a way bigger shelter. I'd like to catch them dumping animals. You could live off the roadkill here. I support don't shop, adopt. I've walked many a trap line carrying a tow sack for my dad. Mama could make a possum taste good if you're hungry enough. Yeah, my dad could too. So what happened? Had she already taken it?
I don't know. Couldn't get nobody come to the door.
Oh, okay. Well,
Went
soon.
to the front door and the back door. I
Well,
ain't going back to try it if she hadn't already taken it.
yeah.
I'm fixing to eat something. Stuffing something.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Samantha real quick that she didn't answer the door. She was gonna ask her if she could go ahead and take it up there. I'm sorry, y'all. Lee went on, and no one answered the door. Okay, just letting them know that you went and nobody answered. She might have been taking it herself. I told Samantha to ask her if she could just run it up there herself. And she said it was gentle, not growling at her or anything like that. Anyway, dogs. Well, can't get to where. Okay. I've walked many a trap line carrying a toast sack for my dad. Mama could make a possum taste good if you're hungry enough. I got there. Okay. Yeah, my dad could too. And he trapped and hunted, and he would stop and pick up a snapping turtle in the road and make that taste very good. Turtle was good. My dad could cook some turtle. Hope she gets a good home. I do too, but if I hope she does too. I don't like an animal that will kill kittens, especially, or, I kind of understand if it was hungry enough to have to go after a turkey or a chicken, and that's not good, but why kittens? So that kind of ticked me off that it would go after kittens. I don't know why. There had to be some reason, but whatever. I still hope it gets a good home and doesn't kill anything else. Maybe if it's fed good, it won't. Not here, but when you adopt, they add your address. If your dog is picked up and you claim it, then you know it's been chipped. Most of our animals were adopted. Our cats were foster parents too. Our dogs, 2 were adopted. 1 Travis bought. Well, I think I haven't ever bought many dogs. Most of our dogs were dropped off and we took them in. Or my daughter, Tippy, my daughter is on the animal control and she had picked him up. Somebody had called in because there was some puppies and she went to pick up the puppies and he was the only one she could get at the moment. And she got him in her truck, in the animal control truck. And then she kind of fell in love with him and showed me a picture and was like, ain't he cute? And, he was little. And she brought him here. And then we all kind of fell in love with him and kept him. And I think she had to go back and get more of them. And I said, don't bring anybody else here. Don't bring any more animals here. But she has brought several home. Let's see. Travis bought Gizmo for $500. Well, and I bought that, and I bought Fancy for $50 because she had a shaking. Her head was shaking. They were going to charge more. They were charging more for the puppies. But I was inquiring, and she had a head trimmer, and she said she would sell that one for $50, but it would have to go to the vet, and who knows if it would live for sure because it had the head trimmer. And so I went ahead and went and bought her, brought her home, and she like couple of days, the head trimmer stopped, and she's been fine ever since. I didn't even have to take her to the vet. Before I could take her to the vet, her head trimmer stopped. So anyway, I can't. I don't know if y'all heard Lee. He said maybe if somebody buys me, my head trimmer will stop. It was funny because when I brought her home and her head trimmered, I said, well, that's okay. Her daddy's head trimmers too. I've only bought one dog, a 6-month-old Great Pyrenees, for $50. I can't even go in without winning one of them. Yeah. Prepped for Eternity. I bet that's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Both of our dogs are rescues. Lady here gives Great Pyrenees pups for free. That's awesome. Sell him off, Teresa. Highest bidder. Let's bid. Who will give $2 for Lee?
You know, you asking all lot.
He can build porches.
$1.99.
$1.99. Anybody want him? He builds porches. He's annoying as all get out.
Yeah.
His head trimmers. $50. His head trimmers. Yeah. Alfonso's giving $5. Woohoo!
$5. Well.
I can't keep my glasses on now. Let's see. Yes, he can build things, but he's so annoying. And
people used to say I wasn't going to grow up and be worth a dime.
Oh, that's funny. Mac needs a friend. He will pay $19.99.
Hang on, price might roll back.
Will you please ship Lee free matter for the blind to save postage? I hear auctioneer in my head. We up to $24. Lee knows he's priceless. Oh,
Yeah.
me.
Like a lump of coal.
Like a lump of coal? I don't think that made sense. Oh, Lordy. It's funny. Anyway. So it is chilly though. Did you know what the temperature got down to? I don't think it froze. I don't think we had a freeze.
On the way to work, the lowest I seen was like
they wouldn't be home till 5. The
36,
dog is
35.
born.
So I don't think it actually freezing.
So they weren't home. She told Bobby Joe that they wouldn't be home till about 5, but the dog is in the barn if anyone can get it.
I'm not going to go in somebody's barn like that.
Okay.
We're going to leave that there up to the actual
dog catcher.
Yeah.
The dog catcher can do that. Can I rent Lee? We want to rent Lee now.
Who wants to rent?
Brenda.
Oh, look,
Ugly but useful as coal. I hear 24. Do we have another?
What's she done? Already beat Paul down too much to do anything?
Drop said I need an indentured servant, 25. So we're up to 25.
Well, that's a good way to just say right.
So let's see. 26. Alfonso's keeping in there. Let's see. Okay, so I can't think of what else I was going to tell y'all about. We've just been doing so much. Tomorrow, it is spring break here. It's spring break here for the kids. And tomorrow, I'm going to take a bunch of the grandkids to the park, the big park in Paducah, for a picnic. So that'll be fun. I promised them. They want to come here, which I don't mind bringing them here either, but they want to come here. And I said, why don't I just pick y'all up and let's go to the park and have a picnic? So hopefully it'll be dry. I don't know how wet the park got. The park may be a little flooded, but it's drying up now. And it's up higher. It's not going to get the backwater that's coming up.
There's no package.
Huh? No. It's 2. It's something I sold on Etsy.
Oh, why did you put my name on it?
Because your name's on my Etsy. Not Etsy. eBay. eBay. Your name's on my eBay.
Oh, what, you afraid to use your own?
Leave me alone. Max said $30. It's up to $30. This is a cash sale. $1 for Mac. He hides and sleeps too much. I hear 30. Can we get 35? Mac's not in the chat. He don't count. Oh, they can't go into a barn without a search warrant. But the lady that owns the barn is saying, go to the barn and get it. The lady that owns the barn is not home and said they could go into the barn and get it. So that shit, I don't need a search warrant for that. 30, going once, going twice, sold to Mac. Alfonso went to 36. You're worth $36.
Well,
Mac don't hide, he sleeps in wide open anywhere. Oh my goodness. So I'm taking the grandkids. I keep losing my place with all this auctioning going on.
you just want to try and started it.
So I'm taking the grandkids to the park tomorrow. And so I got all my work done. So, there's Mac. Y'all are mean. So I got all my work done. I done a little bit on Sunday because I knew it was going to be nicer this week, but it's chilly though. But I knew it was going to be nicer, not raining this week. We had rain for 5 days. We had rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I went ahead and got a little bit of my writing done before so that I could do other things this week. And I wasn't even thinking about spring break. I was just thinking it was going to be nicer and I could get out in the garden and stuff like that. So I got my work done early. I was done about I wrote more than 7 this week. I wrote about 10, I think, this week. But I got some of it done like Saturday and Sunday, and yesterday finished it up. So I didn't have any of that to do for the rest of the week. So that was good. Talking about retirement. It's really semi-retired because I'm still kind of working for them, but I'm really not doing that much at all. And then I've got my Etsy and eBay and the stuff out at the store. And there was something else I can't think of right now. My eggs. I've been selling eggs as fast as they can lay them. I'm up to about 10 a day. I get about 10 eggs a day, and I could sell 2 or 3 dozen every day. So, and that helps out. So anyway, so then in June I can file for my Social Security. In June I can file for my Social Security and hopefully get it as soon as I turn 62 in October. Which I think I'll get it. Like I turned 62 October 15th. I don't think I'll get a check till November, but if you file ahead, you can get it. And if you don't file ahead, this is what I was told, and my brother even told me this too. If you don't file ahead and have it ready, they will deduct from you. Anyway, let's see. I don't understand all that stuff. But anyway, Patty must have woke him up. They're still after Mac. Now that I got a bidding war over Lee started, I got to go. But they can't get permission over the phone, I don't think. The animal control people. Yeah, they can. They can here, I guarantee you. We don't have like rules like bigger places. If that lady told them to go in the barn and get it, there would be no problem. There would be no problem if she didn't. Ain't nobody here gonna care, including the police. And the animal control here works for the police. I mean, work, you know. Anyway, she told them to go get it. We are trying to get out to work, but y'all are too much fun. Lee the stud muffin. Mac said Lee the stud muffin.
Who said that?
Mac.
Well, it takes one to know one.
He said takes one to know one. I love y'all. It's good to laugh. Yep. Slept in till 11 today. What does that tell you about me? It says you're retired for sure. That's just a wooden pole behind Teresa. What? That's just a wooden pole behind Teresa. Yeah. Well, you know, if you see way back when Lee pole danced for y'all one night. Awesome about the eggs. Yeah. I wished I could. I wish they'd lay more, and they will. They'll eventually lay more, and then I'll be trying to get rid of eggs. That's how it was before when I had customers built up, but then they were laying so much that I couldn't even sell them all. Back when I had a full good flock going. Anyway, I sell mine to more folks want them than I have eggs for. Yep, need more chickens. Yep, that's how I got into. I kept telling Anastasia that I turned 55 on March 28th, and she told me that is what you said last year. I told her this morning I didn't want to admit I'm 56. Fun conversations. Yep. Government can keep their money. I don't need it. Well, to me, it's my money. I paid that money in taxes. That's my money. I want my money back. That's how I feel. I want my money back. I paid taxes for many, 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 many years, and I want my money back.
You put that in there for something.
I woke up at 6 a.m., went back to bed at 8 a.m., got up at 11. I got $1 for you, Lee. Dance that pole. Red, sometimes that is what I do. I'll be 57 in August. Cook extra eggs and feed them back to the chickens. Well, I don't have any. I don't have any more eggs in mineral oil, so I'm going to do that when I have some extra ones. I'm going to do my mineral oil again because that worked so well, and I don't have any. All I have right now is dehydrated and freeze dried, and I've been trying to sell, so I'm really haven't been keeping enough for myself much because I can always rely on the dehydrated ones. But as soon as I have a little extra, I'm going to start the mineral oil again. Lunch hour is going beyond PG with Lee around. My body says I'm 57. My mind says I'm 25. Oh, my. I wished I could say that. But, you know, so, yeah, like everybody hates getting old, but there's a good side to getting old when you can retire and draw back your taxes that you paid in, your Social Security that you paid in. Yeah, that's a good side, one good side of it. So I'm glad to just not be working all the time. I'm kind of, you know, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing more. Like I'm making products and selling on eBay and Etsy and doing lots of stuff, but it's fun stuff. That's the stuff I don't mind doing at all. And so, you know, it was the deadlines of the newspaper was the stress was, you know, that was horrible. And I mean, I liked it for a little while years ago, but I'm going to say for the past at least 6 years, I've not been happy with it. So I'm happy again. I'm happy again. And let's see, read these and then I'm going to get off here. Got to go working on a video. Don't miss our live tonight at 8. Yep, I will try to remember that. Where's that $2 supper chat? Where's that $2 supper chat? Super chat. Super chat. Sorry. Super chat. Have a great day. I was reading that wrong. Yeah. Anyway, I got to get off here and go to the bank and post office and all that stuff. I'm mailing out newsletters, member newsletters. I'm fixing to mail them out right now. And the thing that sold on eBay was a pair of shoes that I bought that I only wore one time because they hurt my feet. And I put them up and didn't know what I was going to ever do with them. Nice shoes, nice name brand shoes, but they hurt my feet. So I only wore them one time and stuck them back in the closet. Hadn't worn them since. And so they sold on eBay. And so that was good. Because otherwise I would have went and dropped them off at the Salvation Army type place we've got, and got nothing for them. So anyway, all right, that's it. I'm going to get off here. Thank y'all for stopping in and listening and chatting and having fun. And look at there. There's Anne Marie at Big Dreams listening while working.
I appreciate y'all bidding for me.
Happy retirement. Thank you. It's kind of semi-retirement, but I'm really not doing much. So I'm kind of considering it retirement because I'm really not doing that much. It doesn't take long at all to do. I mean, it takes a little while, but it's not stressful to write some articles. It's not stressful or deadline or anything like that. So I'm happy with it. Missed it all. Well, we had a good time, Anne Marie. You should have been here. We auctioned Lee off.
I was going to say, y'all didn't have a good time.
I retired years ago and do more now than I ever did while working. Yeah. I kind of am finding that out, but it's stuff I enjoy doing. It's stuff I'm doing for myself and I enjoy doing. So it's good. You missed the bidding war for Lee. Make President Lee get a job. Retirement is expensive.
I got a job.
He's got a job. He luckily got off early today. So he won't for long, though. As soon as this weather dries up a little bit, he'd be working overtime all the time. He's got to enjoy what little bit of getting off early he gets. Yeah, it won't be long before they will be working overtime every day. Could have won Lee to have him build my deck. There you go. And he went for what was it, 30? I don't remember. $30. Yep. Nobody ever bid 35.
No, I thought somebody bid for it.
No, 30 I think was the last bid.
I think
yep.
Was the highest.
Devo him crack the whip. All right. I'm going to get off here and go get my things done. I got to go run out and do. See y'all next time. Watch Southern Blessed Homestead. Watch them tonight at 8, I believe, 8 Central. I think Lee and Teresa need an Arkansas vacation. That would be fun.
Arkansas?
She's in Arkansas. Yeah.
I got an aunt and uncle who live out
They're
there.
flooded. All right. Later, y'all. I'm going to end this.